Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. It's been a little while. Have been pretty busy, so haven't dedicated a whole lot of time to hunting or sorting through the collection or even making these nice little videos. So thought had been long enough, and I'd go ahead and show you accumulation of my last month's worth of finds, maybe. This is all going to be packaged stuff. We're going to be cracking open a few of the pieces I managed to gather over the past few months. Take the opportunity to do a little bit of comparos and things like that. So a nice variety of things I have to show you today. We're going to be looking at some Mattel products, Matchbox of all lines. We're going to be looking at some Hot Wheels, of course, again, pretty much all the lines across the board. And we're also going to be looking at some green lights that I managed to score. A couple green lights. We're going to be cracking open some because I managed to pick up some alternate colorways of castings I really like, which means I get to open one for my own personal rules, of course. And a couple larger scale items too that I stumbled upon. So without further ado, let's get her started, get the show on the road, and check out my latest finds. All right, we'll start off with the Matchbox main lines. So did manage to pick up a few either alternate colorways or casting I didn't have yet. We'll start with the most pedestrian stuff, finish off with the stuff I'm more happy about. So first one that we're going to be checking out, nothing really special, but it's a facelift version of a casting that's already out. So we've got the Police Interceptor utility, so the Ford Explorer Police version. This is the facelifted one with the slightly more less square front lights, and last of the line basically before discontinuation of the model. So it does not have any front tampos or rear tampo slide, but it does have the sides, and it does have the San Diego Police livery, which is kind of cool. I'm going to keep this one on card because honestly I have the pre-facelift version loose, and that one's better detailed in my humble opinion. So not disappointed, but it's not the best. I just really wanted one of these newer Explorer body styles for the collection, and yeah, done deal. Next up, we've got a brand new casting for 2025, and this would be the Ford E-Transit Custom. So you may or may not recognize this van from the equivalent at Hot Wheels, where the super duper 1300 horsepower one that was wide bodied and all that good stuff, and was brought to the Festival of Speed at Goodwood is there. Unfortunately, again, we're looking at a lack of front tampos. Sides kind of try and mimic as if it was tampoed all across, but yeah, not a whole lot of tampo work on this one, unfortunately. But a cool little van. Yeah, Transit MBX edition. Nothing crazy, nothing special, but I like delivery vans. They look great in dioramas and whatnot. Next up, we're going to have the first one we're going to be opening, as I managed to pick up an alternate colorway of this casting that I actually do really like from Matchbox, and we're talking about the first gen Bronco. This is a 1970 model, as you can see on the card, and this is the colorway in this little kind of like avocado green, khaki maybe, with the steelies. Actually, all of them have had steelies so far, all in different type of color combinations. This one's got the black lip with the white cap in the middle. This one does have the fabulous Matchbox details front and rear, and we're gonna crack it open so we can look at it in further detail. All right, so got this bad boy out of package. So I do have a couple of alternate brand first gen Broncos, namely Greenlight again, and also I believe I also have well, obviously Hot Wheels, but it's more like a custom Doom Basher kind of thing, and the Maisto one, which is actually one of their more recent and more decent castings. This one has the rearview mirrors. You can kind of peek at the spare inside, as well as the stripper pole in the back, I guess, the actual post for the rivet. Very nice job on the detailing in the front. Great job detailing in the rear. And I'll be adding a few side details, of course. You know, the turn signal indicators, the chrome for the door handle lock and gas cap, as well as a little bit of chrome as well for the mirrors. Eventually, when we get to that, we'll put this guy here. Next up, this is not a brand new casting, but I believe this is only the second colorway for this specific one. And I believe I have the first colorway, so this one's coming out of package as well. Just again, kind of thing Matchbox does so well. 1940 Dodge V-Series pickup truck, so old school Mopar. I like the fact that we've got the newer school Dodge type of script, and as you can see, the card is ripped, so obviously this guy's coming out of package. No details in the rear, but we do have kind of like a mini top pass for that the grill details. So I'm gonna open this one too. Get this guy out of package. See what he looks like up front and close up. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So you've got the darker brown plastic portion that does make up for those fenders, the inner box wheel wells as well, and we do have a nice tampo pass up front, which is always something I appreciate. No mirrors on this one, but that's kind of legit because 1940, let's just say, mirrors were very optional. And we've got some nice a lot of writing on the bottom here, as you can see. So FCA license 2021. It's not that new actually, but I do know I have another one of these. I believe in green, light green. So we're going with the very old school type colorways here with the avocado green and two-tone beige and light brown. Did also pick up this really cool Chevy Camaro convertible. Nice blue. I believe this is close to what they would call Baltic blue, with the white Go Faster stripes on the top, gray interior, which is amalgamated to the gray base and front and rear fascias, so that's going to be super easy to detail. This one's got the knockoff tri-spoke style wheels, and yeah, I do have a version of this in brown in a multi-pack, so this one's also coming out of package. Take a closer look at that one. This one did come with a little insert to make sure the car does not go right through the package, and its metal seems pretty thick on this one, honestly. Pretty thick. It's got a good weight in hand, especially for convertible, where the roof is not there. So, but yeah, it's nicely detailed. If we're talking about the actual molding / casting details, is just really lacking a few, you know, bits and bobs detail wise, and you do see the SS emblem on the back there, which is cool. So it's an older casting, as you can see, 96 and Redux in 21, 69 SS 396. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So this would be, I believe, a 6.6 liter V8 if we do a translation to metric. And yeah, interior is okay, I guess, but as you can see, the front driver's seat is chopped to give room for that Frisbee steering wheel. Very basic dash design. You know, not the best, but not the worst. It is an older casting, as mentioned, so. But yeah, So some good old classic Americana to start off the showcase, which is great. There we go. Let's see. Last Matchbox mainline. This one is, once again, staying on card, but it's just an alternate colorway of a casting I really like, and we're going away from the actual old school American classics and jumping right into some German goodness. Was a 2019 TTRS Coupe. I did not think to pick this one up the first time I saw it on pegs. Second time I did, as I noticed it had a red interior, which I really like with the silver paint. It's got the black chrome 5 spokes that look great on this car, and this casting has great details, front and rear, where you can actually see the little TTRS badge on the back there. Dual exhaust. Here's your base. So yeah, I've got multiple colorways of this car, but I really like the casting, so I keep picking them up. I don't have all of them, but I have all my favorite colored ones. So let's see, 2 Matchbox that will be again opening, but that are not basics. First and foremost, picked up this 91 Mitsubishi Pajero. So a good old short wheelbase, full size, 2-door JDM classic SUV, body on frame, true 4-wheel drive. So looks great. It's got the opening doors, as you can see, and you know, this packaging, I cannot stand it, so I do pretty much release every single ones of my moving parts of this generation. So here it is in the little biodegradable clamshell. Just push on the wheels in the back, pops right out. There you go. I can go straight in the... Oh, this is a nice little truck. Very nice little truck. Here we go. Some nice details on the front. You got the push bar. You can see the Diamond Star logo on that front grille. The little Mitsubishi logo. It's got the spotlights on the top. Sunroof. Just to cut down on metal material, but at the same time it works well. Too bad the rear is not continued onto the sides. Obviously the tire needs some work on the back there. Some black and some silver. It's got a license plate, nicely badged though, and the rear lights do look good from this angle. 6-spoke generic off-road wheels do work well with this, and yeah, as you saw in the packaging, does have the opening doors. Love the two-tone look of the paint. The bottom portion of the chassis here, that does the fender wells and all that good stuff. The spare tire, that's all plastic. Lower door cladding is actually painted, as you can see, and it is a right-hand drive, which is great. I don't know if they have a variation right-hand drive, left-hand drive on this one. Obviously you can see that there's a little bit of a lacking in regards to the ending point of the dashboard, but that's kind of normal with the kind of like the door hinge. It does have the mirrors. Very nice casting. Very nice casting. I do like that a lot. And, you know, just 90s JDM goodness. Speaking of more nostalgic JDM goodness, I finally got my hands on a version of this. And honestly, I didn't care if it was moving parts or if it was through the collector series, but finally got the FC Cut. FC3S Mazda RX-7 1988 convertible. So what I find interesting about this piece here is that this is actually seemingly the non-turbo model, because the turbo model, actually you can see it even better on the card art, I think. The turbo model would have a hood scoop on the hood, and it does not. So I was really curious to see, since this is an opening hood car, see if it's actually the Turbo 13B under the hood, or if it is actually the NA 13B. So why don't we crack this boy open and see what we have. Because again, collectors, I open every single one of them, since it does come with a storage box, which I find is a great thing. I really like the collector's box. It's good for storage, good for protecting the car against dust and scratches and other things, especially when we're talking about a little convertible like this, that you know, the plastic windscreen is not all that, you know, it can get crushed pretty easy. So there's your box. Number 8 from what I can see from this series. Nice little collector box. And here is the pièce de résistance. This really nice RX-7 convertible. Impeccable detailing. Nice 80s Japanese piece of automobilia. You've got the split rims on the rubber tires. And, you know, not the best rims because, you know, obviously they do look very shallow. But you can add a little bit of black detailing in there and make them look better. So this is a left-hand drive version. And you can actually see, do you see those pedals there? It is a stick. So that's great. And yeah, North America, we only got the convertible as an NA. We did not get the turbo, so it kind of fits the North American spec of the car. But they're really nice looking. Nice chrome base, as you can see. 2022 copyright. This came out in a couple colorways in the moving parts. Now we got it in collectors as well with the rubber tires. And as mentioned, it does have the opening hood, but barely opens. So we're not going to get a very good look inside, unfortunately. If I take a gander on my end, I do not see that top mount intercooler that you would see on the turbo model. So it does seem to be an NA13B, which, you know, cool. It's, you know, it fits. Fits with the spec that we would have gotten in North America. So I'm not going to complain about that. This thing really wants to roll. Yeah. All right. Next up, we're going to jump into some Hot Wheels. I think I'm going to start with the a Hot Wheels 5-pack that I managed to pick up. And it's one or two of the current wave that I was looking for a specific reason. So this would be the Hot Wheels latest Motor Show 5-pack. Thankfully, I guess Hot Wheels did get the message from, I'm assuming, complaints not just from me, but from many other people that review diecasts, about the fact that when they started to add 1 or 2 fantasy castings in their most popular 5-packs known for their being only licensed models, well, I think they kind of got the message with this one because they definitely fixed it. If we look at the licenses, Lotus, Lamborghini, Ford, Ferrari, and Aston Martin. So obviously this is going to be my first, let's call it new era Ferrari mainline from Hot Wheels. And it is a colorway that's specific to this 5-pack that is not on single. We'll start from the bottom. We have the Lotus. This, I believe, is the Avisia as opposed to the Emira. So the super high horsepower electric one as opposed to the gas-powered one. Cool colorway. It's got the details in the front. It's got the silver inserts. It's got some red in the back that you can peek at too for the rear lights. The Trap 5s kind of work on this car, although they're definitely not my favorite type of wheel. We do have then a Huracan, Lamborghini Huracan in Verde Itaca, seemingly. So that's pretty much my favorite Lambo color. Not going to complain about that. Definitely cool. These never come with rear tampos, but they always do come with front tampos. So again, you know, lack of mirrors, but we do then have a Ford GT, the newer one, 2022, with number 2, and it has some hard to see, but oh no, not that bad. The front details are there. You got the silver stripes on there too, the black PR5s, and I do love these gray PR5s. I love that color. I've said that already. Then star of the show for me, at least, we've got the Ferrari SF90 in a darker, like ruby red, metallic, yeah, I guess, rosso scuro maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the color would be called, but it's almost like a arena red from a 993 turbo Porsche. And last but not least, we do have the, what is this one? Aston Martin Vulcan. Yeah, the Vulcan. Like the colorway. Matte black with the highlighter yellow detailing. 10 spokes in black. It's not the best, my favorite Aston casting in the world, but I mean, this one's a cool colorway, and you know, it is representative of actual motorsport derived liveries that Aston Martin does offer. So definitely not going to complain there. Cool 5-pack overall. Happy they're all licensed models, you know, even though, you know, besides the Ferrari, at least in Hot Wheels, guys, it's the only car in there that I do not have a colorway of. Yeah, it's impossible to find the good singles until they hit the El Cheapo stores up here in Canada. So yeah, we're gonna wait for Walmart to move on to something else, and the maybe in 3-4 months I'll be seeing that F40 LM or yeah, the SF90 in red or whatnot. So, or the Daytona GTB4, the racing type of livery. So we'll see when we get there. Now kind of like carrying over to motorsports, did manage to pick up a I had not seen this one on pegs anywhere, and stumbled upon it first peg smack in the middle, my local Dollarama, the Oracle Red Bull Racing F1 car. I mean, I'm a fan of F1, not as much as I used to, and the casting itself from the main line is far from being perfect, but pretty cool that F1 is back in the main line. And you know, it's a cool one. Like the wheels that they actually do look like the wheels that you would find on the car. And I mean, Bburago is going crazy with these F1 cars they've got, but they're normally in a slightly larger scale. It's cool to have a, you know, current gen F1 car to add to the collection. I mean, I like the fact that you got the Oracle Red Bull on the back of the card. So this, obviously, I'm just going to keep it on card. It's not something, you know, I may not even keep it eventually all the way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see down the road. Next up, we have basically something I had to pick up just to go with the, you know, the main portion of it. Oh, and I just noticed this thing definitely took a beating. And I even think if this is a wheel error. Holy moly, this thing went through, yeah, so got the Cyber Quad, and this thing was kicked to shizzle, you know the word. And tell me if this is an error or not. Why do I have a 5-spoke here and a 6-spoke on the back? I don't get it. So this one was mangled to death. That's definitely staying on card because I have no idea what happened there, but kind of funny. And I had to get it just to go with the Cybertruck casting, you know. Another car picked up, just to pick it up, I guess. And kind of happy I did, but you know, it's not like the ultimate find of the day. But I did pick up the flamed out kit. Pretty cool. I like Firebirds. I like 3rd gen Firebirds, so I've always been more of a fan of the Firebird than the Camaro. So nice little flame job. You do have a little red insert. I think maybe there's somewhere you can shine a light on here, and it actually does light up this little red thing on the front. And you do see the specific kit dashboard with that groovy steering apparatus and the wraparound dash with the screens and the buttons and all that good stuff. So, you know, kind of a cool little addition. You know, a little cool next to the regular one, I guess. After that, picked up a casting I really like. This one, I think it's the 2nd or maybe 3rd colorway of this casting I pick up. But it's the Brazilian Dodge Charger. It's based on the late 60s A-body Mopar cars, and just, you know, updated and kept into production for a couple decades after that. So this one's for the International Women's Day 2025. So got some pink on there, black and white. The black 5-spokes look good, the OH5s. Got little inserts for the front grills to match the real car, as you can see on the card art. Got some hood livery here as well, and no details in the back, but a good looking little car. Might or might not keep this one. I might just give it to my daughter because, you know, why not. Then we have some Mopar goodness here. had to pick up the colorway of 70 Dodge Little Red Express truck. Love this truck. D50 trucks, always good. Little Red Express, you can't go wrong. This one, I like the livery. It's retro, you know. It's got the Express on the side, as you can see. And very 80s looking livery. So, happy to actually get that. And, yeah, so, got another one of these. It's probably colorway number 3 or 4. Not counting the M2 and Greenlight versions of the same generation pickup. Then I actually picked up a duo of the same casting that, you know, kind of like were on the pegs at the same time, but they're 2 different series. So we have the little Chevy Blazer, the S10 Blazer 4x4, which is a casting I really like. So here you have it from the Silver Series, out of this 4-wheel drive series, basically. I did pick up, I didn't even pick up any of the other ones, actually. I don't think so. No, I didn't. Looking here, no, I didn't. Definitely, no. So that's the only one of this series I got. So there's the other cars if you want to freeze the frame for a second. So we've got the Silver Series one with the mud tires that are, you know, kind of like sand colored. You know, not my favorite, but at least this one is, you know, it's not fully detailed because that, you know, chrome insert still isn't detailed, but it does have the rear livery, as you can see, with the Chevy script on the tailgate. And red chassis does show that it has a red interior, which I always like. And picked up the mainline version as well, the most recent one. And it's casting I definitely like because it's been around for a while. It's been through a couple of iterations, and I do have basically a couple of those iterations in the collection, which I will be glad to show you. So this one, again, same front. You think the rear is done, but it's actually not. Through pass car, which is fine because it's got the top pass as well with BFG, Motul and Bilstein kind of liveries, or sponsorship, should I say. Got some stuff on the roof, which we'll be able to view more clearly with the loose versions that I have. So I'll show you the one that's the same as the 2 that we've just checked out first. So this is out of a Walmart exclusive truck set as well. So we've got this guy here, which got yellow windows, a black interior, chromed base. As you can see, we've got a 83 copyright and then a 2015 Redux. So this is the 2015 Redux, as are the 2 other ones you just saw. No details on the back. Really nice green paint. I like the striping on the side with the yellow, green, and black. A little bit of pitting on the front there for the chrome, unfortunately. And it's all the same front. Same wheels as well on all the castings, I believe. Yeah. And this one at least has black tires, so that's why this one's loose, and the one with the sand tires is staying on package. And actually, I'll just put this one here again. There we go. And the OG casting, right away, there's a couple differences that you'll see. Here she is. So this one does have the old school Blackwall era construction tires. It does also have the Hot Wheels logo in the window. A little bit of fading on the sides, but I mean, this thing is, I don't even think it's from the 90s. It's probably from the 80s. So, and it does have a metal base. So this one, you can see that 83 copyright date on the bottom of that metal base. Still the same name, and of course, back when you got a lot of bang for your buck on these dollar cars, we do have opening doors. Very basic gray interior, and you can probably see as well that it used to have a full roof with a roof rack and just the lights on the top, whereas that was taken away, and big cutout with a bunch of stuff on the roof. So yeah, but overall, you know, casting is still pretty much the same. So it does have like front light grills too. which are not present on the newer version. Well, you know, things change, things evolve. Got to cut costs somewhere, so there you go. 2 little Broncos on card, 2 little Broncos not on card. Next up, we have some Hot Wheels premiums. Picked up half a dozen. We're going to be, actually, you know, picked up 5, but one of the 5 is actually a new colorway of the one casting I already have, so which means we'll open up the one I already had because I really wanted to open it. So the newest fast wagons have been dropping pretty regularly at Walmart. Obviously, at the time that I picked this one up specifically, it was like lunchtime, so just the regular culprits were there. Here's the series in question. Obviously, the chase is the R6 Avant in all black. So you got the Chevelle SS wagon, the 850 Estate, and the AMG E36, which were all there. I did pick up the Chevelle as well as the E36. Would have loved the Forester, but obviously, well, it's JDM, so I was gone. Did end up leaving the 850 Estate because honestly, I'm kind of over picking up that casting. I have so many in Silver Series, Premium, Mainline, loose carded, whatever. I've got them all except for this one. Basically, it's the only one I don't have, and I give up on this one. The delivery is just really too similar versus the OG Mainline release that looks almost the same. I did, however, pick up this one, and this is one that I want to crack open because of the fact that I have a Star Wars type version of this casting, and yeah, on a really like peg warmer type series from Hot Wheels, and this one is looking so good with the Yenko livery. So this is coming out of the box for sure, and we're gonna crack it open right now. All right. Oh, this is the beauty. Love this. All right, let's check it out in more detail. So the Chevelle delivery wagon, kind of like a custom El Camino with an actual box on the back, or you know, a shooting brake maybe. So yeah, you got all the Yenko scripting here. Very cool. You've got the staggered wheel setup with the skinnies on the front and the big fatties on the back. You can see it's a 2010 casting license. Metal on metal, rubber tires, of course, the real riders. Full deco. Here's your back with the tiny little Yenko logo on that rear filler panel. Nice details on the front. Could have gone the extra effort just to put a little dab of something there, just to detail at the grill. I don't know, but I mean, you know, the metal portion staying metal is fine by me. It's just they did the back, so they could have done the front too. Lights are there. No mirrors. It is an older cast. Black interior. Nice, definitely a nice piece, at least in my opinion. Put this one here for you. Did pick up also the Benzo, and that really, really nice ruby red. We're also going to be opening up that one since, thanks to Jake from Strictly Diecast, I do have the black version, Boulevard. So that one's going to stay on card. This one's coming out, and it's got the 6 spokes with the chrome lip, black spokes. Yeah, full detail all around. Sick wagon. Gotta have one of these loose, no choice, and it's going to go join the red Mercedes Horde. Which, surprisingly, I have a lot of red Mercedes castings for whatever reason. I don't know why. There you go. Yep, and again, still going to be on the lookout for that Forester. But, you know, I'm not, I don't really fret about completing series or anything like that anymore. Wow, this paint job is so good. Such a nice color. Windows are so dark, though. You can barely see inside. A little bit of packaging debris here. Take that out. Yeah, good enough. All right, so here we go. So a pre-merger AMG wagon with the wide body flares, very JDM style wheels, which kind of works because they sold more AMG special cars in Japan than actually in Germany, believe it or not. So the biggest market right now to find rare AMG cars from this type of era, like 80s and 90s, definitely Japan. Definitely Japan. And they will end up being left-hand drive. So, you got the mirrors. Yeah, you got the really nice detailing, including those little front light wipers. Fog lights are done too. You got just a few side details, and there's that little packaging debris. It's kind of stuck in there, but I'll get it out with a Q-tip or something. And very well badged on the back with the Mercedes star. E36, so E36 would mean that it has a 3.6 liter straight six, just like the one that is in the C36, the first AMG we got in North America. And yeah, AMG badge, of course. So very nice. Sunroof. Again, very dark windows. Single wiper. And look at that beautiful paint color. Beautiful paint color. Nice red, and it almost gets, you know, slight pink hue in that metal flake when you get just the right angle. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely something I enjoy. Now, one that I'm going to not be opening, because I'm going to be opening one that was already part of the collection. I did stumble upon some newer Fast and Furious stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to open the Fast and Furious one. Yeah, I'm going to open the Fast and Furious one because the card's destroyed. Oh, yeah, I picked this up in an old, in a discount store. These were going for $2 less than at Walmart, so I decided to pick this up. A couple of other cards I wasn't interested in, but this one I had to have. So, yeah, we got the... Actually, you know what? Card's kind of destroyed because there was a price tag on it, which I ripped off, and, you know, this is what happened. But I'm probably going to keep it on card just because of the fact that it matches perfectly with the other Fast and Furious Mopar of the same kind of like era range. The Trackhawk. Both were driven by Roman, you know, Tyrese basically in the movies, and, you know, both Mopars, both of the same type of generation of Mopar. So this one I'm going to keep on card, and I'm just going to put away next, well, actually where my other one that I'm going to open right now was. So yeah, this one is going to be kept to the side. The one that I'm going to open is the one from American Scene. This really cool green with the matte black accents on the top. Yeah, I want this one. It's got the wide body. And we're going to take the opportunity to compare it as well to the equivalent from the competition. So, here we go. Crack this open. That one came apart very easily because it's been... Oh, wow. This is not matte black. Look at this. It's got kind of like a carbon finish. Very cool. Very cool. Nice detailing in the front and the back. This was a peg warmer series, definitely. This is the only one out of the series I actually wanted. I believe the only one I picked up. I kind of threw away the card now, so it's on the floor far, so we'll be able to show you the other cards on the back there. But yeah, it's got the 5 spokes, just like the FNF version as well. Same exact wheel setup, same everything. So yeah, that I'm pretty happy to pick up. Very cool. And since we got this on hand, might as well compare it with the Matchbox version, right? So here we go. So opening on the bottom of the bumper, definitely bigger on the Hot Wheels version, but I get the feeling that the Hot Wheels version has a bigger wide body overall than the Matchbox version. Matchbox version does have the opening hood. You can see the blower in there for the blown Hemi. Not the, yeah, same air vents on the roof. You got the aerial on both. Seemingly carbon roof does not get a sunroof, same wing. The Matchbox version does get the license plate. Badging on both is present. The lights are pretty much equivalent. I find the exhaust is better defined on the Matchbox version, definitely. Yeah, and besides that, well, obviously, real riders on the Hot Wheels version, plastic wheels on the moving parts, and they both have the little Hellcat logo, although it's placed much higher on the Hot Wheels version on that front fender versus the Matchbox version. But overall, both very cool cars to have in the collection. There we go, two little Hellcats there. Next, two last premium Hot Wheels premiums that I picked up. Not going to be opening either of these two. They're going to stay on card. They're both Boulevards, and they kind of like go together, basically. So we have Alfa Romeo GTV6 3.0 with the very, very Italian style, kind of like looking like Alitalia's kind of finish for the Lancia Stratos and all the other, well, a few other Italian cars. So this is number 120. I love this car. I remember seeing them on occasion when I was a kid. A very rare car in North America. Busso V6, 3-liter V6 with the rear transaxle. Very crunchy shifter when it was cold, from what reviews at the time used to say. And this with the racing livery. You know, you got the 4-leaf clover, of course, you got the big Hot Wheels there, but you got the 82 for the model year, the Alpha script, again, 4-leaf clover. Kind of weird, it's got Yokohama branded tires. I would have kind of expected Pirelli, you know, to be the tire of choice on this one, but hey, you know, you can't get all the licenses, right? These Brembos are Italian brakes, so there you go, and you got the bell helmets, so fairly newer casting. What is it, 21? 22 license date, so 23 release. And the one I actually wanted second the most out of this series, which is right here. Obviously, would have loved to get that. Did not even dream of being able to pick it up, because, I mean, obviously, that's the one that gets scalped the most. Would have liked to pick up the E34 M5. That would have been nice. Clean white. I think it's white, maybe silver. I don't know. Either way, that would have been nice to have, but, you know, it wasn't there. But the one I wanted the most out of this was actually the Lancia Delta Integrale. Clean red. It's the Evo model, of course, recognizable with that rear wing. Later spec body with the wider fenders, the box fillers. Sorry, just trying to get these to stop rolling around. And yeah, just a clean one. A little bit of debris on the bottom there, but very well detailed, very clean. So that with the Alpha is definitely a nice duo of Hot Wheels premiums to have. And speaking of premium diecast, we're going to be opening a couple Greenlight as well. First one that I picked up that gives me the opportunity to open another one would be this 47 Ford 4-door. This is out of the Hot Pursuit series 46. So LA Police Department, nice 4-door hardtop Ford sedan. Definitely very cool. And that gives me the opportunity, since I picked up that one, to be able to open the first one of this model that I got, which is the convertible version out of the vintage ad cars. And this is a 46, so a year prior, the Super Deluxe convertible, and it is slammed. All OEM, but just slammed. Perfect. So we're gonna take out the trusty scissors, and I'm gonna do this like WTFFOR. We're talking about opening the package. He normally does this way, so I'm gonna try and emulate his method. See if it works better than what I normally do by cutting around the bubble. I'm going to cut around the side of the packaging. Lift her open, get the car out. It does actually work quite well. So here's the car within the little bubble. Of course, that's a different quality of car. Eh? We're talking about Greenlight as opposed to Hot Wheels, so it's always going to be to scale, or pretty close to always going to be to scale. And just going to pack all the details that you'd actually expect. One tire slightly off the rim, so I'm just going to put this back as it should be. There we go. Much better. Much better. All right. Yeah, so here it is. Look at that. Old school post-war car. Actually, a year after the Second World War ended. And where the automobile production resumed full tilt. Nice steering wheel. Very big, but power steering was very optional at the time, so you needed that kind of tugboat steering wheel. 4-seat. Separate pieces for those bumpers, as you can see. Metal base, of course. Rubber tires. Correct wheels. With the color-coded rims. Beauty rings and dog dish caps. So, very nice model. Definitely an era car. I definitely like, at least. Not not to everyone's taste, but I definitely like it. There you go. So put the Slamington 40s Ford right there. Next up, yeah, another one I want to open. So I did manage to pick this really nice 71 Chevy Monte Carlo from the Crow from Greenlight Hollywood. And that gives me the opportunity to set this one free. It's probably in my top 5 muscle cars of all time, this specific body design for the Monte Carlo. And since I do have the alternate Greenlight Hollywood version of the Ace Ventura beat up model that I'm definitely not taking off the card, that's going to give me the opportunity to open up the Monte Carlo in burnt orange from the Crow. Let's get her out. Yep, definitely. This is how I'm going to be opening these packages from now on. So much easier than the X-Acto around the bubble. Although a bit more destructive, sorry. There we go. Oh boy, and this is a tall boy, this one. You'll see what I mean when I show you. So we've got very tall ride height, black steelies, knobbly tires, as you can see. Definitely look like they're all seasons. Hood does open. Doesn't look like a big block. Could be a big block though. These came with like 350s, 400 cubic inch. They even made the 454s too. I believe even the 427s, but I'm not 100% sure. Those are more like Chevelle 427s and 454s. So your interior is like a brown, very period correct. Nice little copper, orange tint. All the details you'd expect from a Greenlight, obviously. Front and rear, and the sides. A little bit of detailing on the hood. That's pretty cool. Put that one next to the Ace Ventura car. And yeah, last Greenlight that I picked up is first of this series that I actually pick up. It's a fairly new series. That is Series 6 of the Showroom Floor series. It's the 74 Thunderbird, so the Malaise era Thunderbird, when they became huge boats, personal luxury coupes, but got strangled by emissions for smog. Really cool. Pretty much all of these were actually on the pegs. So Plymouth Belvedere, well, it's a Christine replica, so I mean, I already have one of those loose. AMX Javelin was red, and I already have one loose and one carded. T-Bird, what we're looking at it right now. Caddy Eldorado, I already have that casting a couple times. GMC Suburban, I don't think was actually there. And the Ford Crown Vic, I actually almost did pick up because it did actually look good. A nice like slate gray type of color. You got the average list price too when they were new. Non-adjusted to inflation, which is really cool. So this one's staying on card though. I find the card art looks pretty cool. Last couple things we're going to be checking out. I mean, they're going to be a little bit more oddball, I think. Not stuff that I pick up all the time, but did pick up, since they were on clearance, did pick up a 1/24th scale 36 Harley Davidson EL Knucklehead motorcycle. It's from the Maisto Harley Davidson HD Custom Series. So they make these in 118, 124 like this one. And they do have a line also that they'll put one of these example in the box of a Harley Davidson customized one at F-150 or F-250. So that's pretty cool. Hadn't picked up a motorcycle in a while. Hadn't picked up this scale of a motorcycle in forever, actually. Used to do it all the time because they're pretty cheap. I mean, this came up to, again, $3 cheaper than at Walmart. So for the equivalent Maisto, it's the same price basically as you would pay for an Adventure Force type motorcycle. And normally these are much more expensive since they have to pay for the Harley Davidson branding separately, and that's expensive. Does also come with a nifty little, I don't know, keychain accessory, or I don't know what this would be, but I mean, you know, well, it comes with it. Pretty cool. Put it right here. Nope. Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe we won't. Just don't want this stuff to fall over. So we'll just put this one to the side. And the motorcycle itself, here it is. Oh, tires off the rim a little bit. Let's put that back on the rim. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Got a nice little motorcycle here. It does have the working kickstand. Tires, the wheel seems to be a little bit tight in the rear. There we go. It's kind of like a little bit stuck in the fender there, but these roll really well. Same for the front. Working steering. Got a little V-twin in there. Nice Harley Davidson script on the gas reservoir. Yeah, just a nice old school motorcycle. So that's pretty cool. Last two things I picked up, again, larger scale stuff. Clearance again at my local Toys R Us. Ferrari, Bburago, the OG of never losing the Ferrari license ever. 488 Pista, which is one that I did not have. 458, I have one Spider and one Coupe from Hot Wheels in more or less 164. This one in 143 is pretty cool. Very generic wheels, but for the rest, details are all there. Nice interior. You can see the, well, you can see glare, but there is a visible twin turbo V8 on the back, well, mid-rear mounted. Got the mirrors, all the signage. You've got some lens front lights too, which is great. So Ferrari shields on the front wings. So cool little addition, you know, especially it's cheap. This is cheaper than a Hot Wheels Premium, believe it or not. So I find it's a pretty good deal. And last piece that I picked up, definitely not least, just something I stumbled upon yesterday while doing some groceries. And I had to pick it up because I had this from the Bandai original G1 version of it, which I sold off for a very, very affordable price to another collector that really collects more of those. Picked up the Jada 40th Anniversary Jazz Transformer Porsche 935 Turbo. Can't go wrong. Kind of like a Martini style striping, but with the Autobots logo on the front. Just like from the original series. Probably my favorite car, per se, in there. And yeah, if you look at the features, you can see on the back that the Transformer is actually embossed on the base and the car, well, it actually stands up thanks to the wing, I think, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And this is the second one of this series that I get. First one being the OG Optimus Prime, in the same scale, same box, same everything. So yeah, happy to acquire that. Definitely something that is not what I normally pick, but I'm a big Transformers fan, specifically of the G1s, so there you go. That is my haul for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see when I upload next. Might be getting to more regular, but I might be keeping this monthly for the time being because I'm just swamped. And I just don't have time to hunt all that much. I do have another video that's going to be coming out, though. And this one will be loose finds that I've managed to gather up over the past few weeks. So be on the lookout for that. That's coming soon. And in the meantime, well, I wish you all the best of luck in your hunts. And stay safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.